dehydrated. I needed to make sure that even on my mobility days and my rest days, that I still keep getting my hydration in with my electrolytes, my creatine HCl, which this morning I found a few ants in. Yeah. So rather than throw everything away, I just got rid of the ants, but hopefully they've left behind like some form of super mutant, I don't know, pathogen. And then consuming that is going to give me some form of superhuman Ant-Man strengths. Will it happen? We don't know. Do I want it to happen? Yes, because I'll definitely take that. But also I've got my electrolytes in there, my Celtic sea salt. That's going in even on rest days, just to make sure that I'm still replenishing everything and repairing and getting everything that I need for the race coming up. I'm also in the middle of doing a little bit of water loading. So I've got 6 litres of water to get in today. I got 6 litres in yesterday. And the idea is just to basically come in on race day as light as possible, not holding as much water and feeling really like nimble and fresh and light, just so that way I can actually perform at the best of my ability. Hey Dada. I just love the community here. I've already built like some really great relationships with people. But yeah, it's peak week, so we're just aiming sure everything is exactly where it needs to be. We don't need to push crazy weights, we don't need to go at crazy intensity. All the work has been done. We need to trust the plan, we need to trust the process, and we need to trust in our ability to basically perform on the day. And that's what's going to happen. Mental shift now is all about winning and being the absolute best that I possibly can be towards this race, and make sure that we can get over the finish line in record time. So that's the plan. Let's get after it. Honestly, I know I come from a cold country. I absolutely love being in the heat in terms of what it brings you and motivation for training, as well as just wanting to be motivated to go and do a run or build yourself up and get like a really good solid routine put in place. I mean, you've got scenery like this. It's really hard not to feel encouraged to go and do something really productive and active that day, because all it's doing is making you feel good with the sun on your skin and just how well it is to actually just be here and live. I'm so glad that I came here to do the bulk of my training near the end of everything, because going through like winter and when it's like the conditions aren't always the best to basically train, and then having to like kind of overcome that and push yourself to get out in the rain or to do when it's really, really cold is tough, and it's just a proper mentality shift. So it's quite good to kind of ease that process ever so slightly when it gets closer to a race, so that you can actually put the most into it as possible, and then that way you can feel better and your best for actually showing up on race day. Just a little bit grateful, man, for everything that's happening and for making this choice. I'm looking forward to letting my body repair this week. As I said, I've done the bike there, just some really low zone work, a lot of mobility, just to keep everything in my joints and, you know, just really nice and nimble. And now I'm going to go and do the ice plunge, cold plunge, and some infrared, and just go back and forth between that, along with a magnesium bath, and just spend the next 45 minutes or an hour just absolutely letting my body repair and heal. So I'm glad I've got that at my disposal. But look at this. This is what it's about. Love it. Now let's go jump in the cold. Hello guys, so I just did a cold plunge there, and now I'm in the infrared room. And for somebody that's used to like just, you know, doing a cold plunge and then
running in for a hot shower back home. I can honestly say that if I had the money, I would definitely build one of these at my house, because it has been so valuable in my overall recovery in terms of just relaxing and being in that post-workout mode. And it's nicer than a sauna because it's just not pure sweat, but you can just feel the heat on you. And I definitely think it's helped towards my overall recovery and how I feel the next day. It certainly helps my sleep because it helps circulation, it helps with my joints. I can't complain. And one day I'll be able to put one into my house, one day. That's the plan, amongst other things. I've got 15 minutes done in here. I'm going to do another 5. I'm going to jump back into the cold water plunge again. Then I'll do either a minute or 2 minutes, and then I'll come back in here to repeat the same process, and then I'm going to go into the magnesium bath and just let everything else start to really put itself back together again. It's just about chilling out this entire day, but also for the period of the week. And the cool thing about the cold plunges when I do them is I genuinely just feel 100 times better. There's a load of different conflicting advice out there about almost everything. It's a time where whenever something is starting to pick up a trend, people just find a way of attacking it and bringing it down and making it look as if it's not beneficial for you. So in this case, it's like cold water plunges and saying that you'll lose, muscle mass, and it's not good for you if you do it for a certain period of time. It's like, what are you talking about? It's got a benefit to it and it helps, and I've been doing it for quite some time now, and I don't think I've lost anything. If anything, it's made me feel better. So I think a lot of these times people can overanalyze something for what it is rather than actually just doing it. But it's like all things, it's if you overdo anything, if you overdo running, it'll be bad for you. If you overdo the cold water plunge, it'll be bad for you. If you overeat sugar, it's bad for you. It's like anything, you need to find your measure and your principles, and that's what keeps you in a good structured and regimented routine, which helps you feel your absolute best. So try not to listen to too much of the noise out there, because it can be very confusing. And keep coming to this channel, and I'll keep on trying to give you the best advice possible from personal experience. It's time now. When you go and dip in the cold again, let's go and get after it. I would so love to have one of these infrareds at my house one day. That's possible, right? Well guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Healing process, let's just say, in these kind of final days or the last week towards a big race, we really utilise that recovery time so that way we can show up on the day and give it absolute all to what we're trying to achieve, which ideally will be a personal best side quest, which is the unbroken 100 wall balls. I'm telling myself it's happening, so it's happening. I'm going to go and enjoy some more of the sunshine now. I hope you've enjoyed this today, and I hope it's given you a little bit more of an insight towards how to do a recovery or the start of a recovery week as you go into peak week, to allow yourself to really start to relax a little bit and be okay with doing less, knowing that you'll be fully ready for the day when it comes to competing. So yeah, let's hope it all comes together and we see what happens.